Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma for those of you who are new, and I would love it if you guys subscribed and stuck around. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am back at ya with yet another book haul. I mentioned in my last book haul that I was not going to be buying any more books, that I was on a book ban, that I was saving money for a nice trip that we are going on in a week, and I was gonna buy books there, but Target's Black Friday sale got the best of me and someone needs to take my debit card away. But yeah, I have no self-control, but Target was having a buy two get one free sale for Black Friday on books, so I did some damage. I have 11 books to show you guys here. So yeah, these are not just any books. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be a holiday book haul. I've never done like a seasonal book haul for you guys, but I thought I would do one just to get in the Christmas spirit and kick off December. And I'm so excited. My birthday is in December, Christmas is in December. Sid and I are going on a very exciting trip that I'm probably gonna announce later in this video because I have a book that I specifically bought for our trip. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get into the video because I got a couple comments on my last video that my intro took too long. So be sure to subscribe, like this video, comment down below what holiday books you guys are gonna pick up for the holiday season. Be sure to follow me over on Goodreads, Instagram, TikTok, and yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into this holiday book haul. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm just gonna sort of pull them and pick them off the top of the stack. I am not gonna read the entire synopsis for you guys, but I sort of summarized everything and then I will tell you the Goodreads rating of them. So, first book I have is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. I'm cheating because I didn't actually pick up this one this year. I actually picked this one up last year. I showed it in one of my vlogs, but I haven't read it yet and I've never done a Christmas book haul, so I figured I would include this book in today's video. So this is by Christina Lauren, who is the author of Love in Other Words, which is a super popular like 5-star read for a lot of YouTubers and TikTokers and like the romance genre of things. I have still yet to read it. It's back there. I just did a giveaway of that book in my last book haul. So yeah, excited to read this one, but this is basically about May, who is the main character in this book, and it's basically about her last Christmas at her family's holiday cabin that they share with 2 other families. I'm not really sure why it's their last Christmas. Maybe they're selling it or something like that. But basically May is sort of at a standstill in her life. Like, she lives with her parents, she doesn't have a boyfriend or something like that, and as she's driving away from this cabin for the very last time, she sort of like makes a plea with the universe to find the thing that makes her truly happy. And then all of a sudden she gets into a car accident, everything goes black, but then when she wakes up again, she's on the plane again to Utah to this cabin, and basically it's just like disaster after disaster, and she's just living like this last holiday in Utah at this cabin like over and over again. So she kind of has to figure out a way to escape the loop and put an end to it and then like find her true love or something like that. So definitely sounds interesting and comedic, and I think there's like some romance thrown in there. So super excited to read this one. I hear Christina Lauren is a very good author, and this one has a 3.74 rating on Goodreads. Excited to read this one. Okay, this next book has a little bit of a higher rating in comparison to that last one, but this is Duke Actually by Jenny Holiday. Honestly, if my last name was Holiday, I would probably focus on writing only Christmas romance novels as well. But this one is basically about Maximilian von Hansberg or something like that. I think that's his name. Yeah, I mean, what kind of name is that? But he's basically an heir to the Duke of the town that he is from, and before he claims the title of Duke, he has to find a woman and a bride that's suitable like to be his wife. So apparently he goes to New York City to seek this prospective lady to marry. Not sure why, but anything that's set in New York during the holidays I will pick up and I will read. But basically he finds himself on the doorstep of, I think her name is Danny, and she's a professor that he met at a royal wedding. Not exactly sure what a professor is doing at a royal wedding, but good for her, more power to her. But they strike up a friendship and fall in love apparently, which Basically, their relationship could risk Max's royal title. So very much Hallmark or Netflix movie vibes, but excited to read it nonetheless. And if I didn't mention, I think it has a 3.91 star rating on Goodreads. All right, next up is, so this is Christmas by Tracy Ann Dreen. This is a YA romance set in Christmas, Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure that is a fake town. I could be wrong, but I'm from the Midwest and I'm pretty sure that is a made-up town. This follows Finley Brown, a 16-year-old who returns home to Christmas, Oklahoma from boarding school, and she realizes that her life has been completely flipped upside down and everything has changed since the last time she was home. She also finds that a boy that she tricked into thinking that Christmas was like this idyllic like holiday paradise is at her grandma's doorstep. Not sure why, intrigued to figure that one out, but Finley is determined to give this boy the Christmas of a lifetime. This sounds like a very cutesy, lighthearted Christmas read. I am not into YA books, especially YA romances, but I'm excited to give this one a shot this holiday season. Okay, next up is Meet Me in London by Georgia Tuffalo. I've never heard of this author before, but apparently this one is the first in a series called Meet Me by this author. I'm not sure what the other books entail, but just the cover on this one as well is just so beautiful, and London is definitely like a top Christmas destination for me and just destination to visit hopefully in the near future as well. But this story follows aspiring clothing designer Victoria, who dreams of opening her own clothing boutique that features her own designs, but this dream is apparently put on halt or put in jeopardy when a department store is opening down the street. Victoria crosses paths with Oliver, who is a businessman, and his family actually owns and is opening the boutique that is putting Georgia's dreams, or not Georgia, that's the author of the book, Victoria's dreams in jeopardy. When they meet, Oliver proposes the idea to Victoria that if she pretends to be his girlfriend and meet his family during the holidays, that he will hook her up and take her to the grand opening of his family's department store and let her feature some of her own designs. So their business arrangement slash fake relationship turns into something apparently, so cute little romance, I guess. Definitely excited to read it because I love anything romance, fake dating, Christmas, all of that sort of thing. Also, I'm sorry I keep adjusting because when I sit and film on the floor, I literally cannot sit crisscross applesauce. I have to constantly be moving around. Also, you guys, I got a haircut. In my last book haul, someone asked if I cut my hair and dyed it darker, but I didn't. But I did just top my hair off a few days ago. I had a mental breakdown, but Sid and I are going on a trip that I think I'm going to announce in this video. We shall see. But yeah, I cut it and I had a mental breakdown after I got my haircut because I hated it, but now that it's styled, I really like it. So moving on to the next book, we have Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist by Cody Hall. I've actually wanted to pick this book up for a couple years now. So I also don't think I mentioned the Goodreads rating of these two books. I honestly can't remember, but this one has a 3.69 star rating, and then this one has a 3.59, so not very high, but moving on. Anyway, this book has a 3.60 rating on Goodreads, and this is Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist by Cody Hall. This one follows Nick Winter. I believe he is in the military or ex-military something, and he's coming home for the holidays, and when he returns home, he realizes that his longtime girlfriend was cheating on him the whole time he was overseas, which is horrible. But to cheer him up, he works at the local Christmas tree farm when he is back home, and he works with his best friend named Noel. She's the cutesy, Christmassy, cheery vibe girl, and they're just friends, but then one night they kiss and it changes everything. So this sounds super cheesy and very, very Hallmarky vibes, but I don't care because I'm hopefully going to be enjoying every single second of it and all of the cheesiness and Hallmark vibes. But super excited to read this one. I feel like this one has been on my holiday TBR for a couple years now, so super excited I got to pick this one up. I realize I'm pretty sure I've been looking in the viewfinder the whole time instead of at the lens, so sorry about that, guys. Okay, next book I have literally wanted to read for 2 years now. This one, the cover is very similar to the Meet Me in London by Georgia Tuffalo. This is One Day in December by Josie Silver. I've heard so many good things about this book. That has a 3.89 stars though. out of 5 on Goodreads, so we'll see if it actually is any good. But this follows Lori and Jack. Lori is at a bus stop in London one day in December, hence the book title, very clever, when she makes eye contact with Jack, who is in the bus, and it's sort of like this love at first sight, like magical sort of moment, if you can believe it. And then for the next year they sort of search for each other, like in cafes, on street corners, and stores, just like seeing if they'll recognize each other or be able to meet again. And then the next year at a holiday party, Sarah, who is Lori's best friend, introduces Lori to her new boyfriend, which is Jack, the guy from the bus. Basically then the book spans the course of 10 years and follows like the relationship and the hardships and the heartbreaks and the heartwarming moments between Lori, Jack, and also Sarah. So I'm so excited to read this. Like I said, I've wanted to pick this book up for a long time, and honestly this just sounds like so interesting. So super duper excited to pick this one up, and it's definitely going to be at the top of my list for my holiday / December TBR this year. Okay, next up we have Meet Me Under the Mistletoe by Jenny Bayliss. She is like an iconic, I'm pretty sure, like seasonal or Christmas author. I feel like she has a lot of books. I'm pretty sure this is like her newest release, but this follows Eleanor, or Nori for short, who runs a secondhand bookshop in London. Automatically like her just from her occupation. But Eleanor is working class, whereas all of her friends that she went to like boarding school or private school with, she went on scholarship with, but all of them live very lavish and extravagant lifestyles. But 2 of her friends invite a bunch of her old friends and her to a castle to spend some time leading up into their wedding day, and she sort of spends the time avoiding an old fling, and then strikes up sort of a relationship with the gardener of the castle named Isaac, and they start to spend a lot of time together, and then she sort of starts like falling in love with him the whole time that they're at the castle. So that sounds like very dreamy and cute. That cover I think also mentions that Isaac may have been like an enemy before. Yeah, she finds herself falling hard for the boy she used to consider an enemy. So romance, enemies to lovers, I am so down. I love enemies to lovers stories. I will be honest, I have read or tried to read one other book by Jenny Bayliss. I started reading it a couple months ago. It is, I think, called A Season for Second Chances, and it's sort of set in like the fall and winter time as well. But I feel like in that book, at least, the author was like way too detail oriented, way too descriptive, to the point where it was like a fault of hers. Like it wasn't even in a good way. And I'm gonna be honest, I DNF'd the book, and I don't remember the last time I DNF'd a book. So I'm hoping that this one is better, but it is like 450 pages, like 448 pages, I'm pretty sure. So I'm already having a bad feeling about if she's gonna be way too like overly descriptive in this one as well. But I'm gonna give her a second chance, and we'll see if I like this book. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, next up is a rom-com. This is A Magical New York Christmas by Anita Hughes. So look at the cover on this. So cute, and a New York Christmas, absolutely love. But this is a rom-com that follows Sabrina. She is a 26-year-old struggling journalist, and she gets the opportunity of a lifetime to ghostwrite a memoir of a famous art dealer. So she gets to stay at the Plaza Hotel for like a week and interview this art dealer and write his story. And she's at the hotel bar one night. She meets Ian, who is visiting NYC and apparently a member of the British aristocracy. Is that how you say it? Aristocracy? I don't know. But the more time she spends with him, she realizes that he's not actually a wealthy lord or a member of the British aristocracy. He's actually the secretary of said lord. So they get to know each other and I guess fall in love. I'm not really sure, but sounds very interesting, and I picked this one up specifically because, surprise, I am going to New York for my 25th birthday and for the holidays. So I've been hinting at this trip in like my last couple videos, or like a few videos so far on my channel, and I announced it over on Instagram like a while ago. But surprise, if you're watching this video, you guys get to know before I post all of those New York vlogs. We are leaving actually in like a few days, so I'm gonna pack this in my carry-on and read it on the plane and at the hotel like before we go to sleep at night. And I'm just so excited. Turning 25 in New York City, going to New York for the first time and getting to see all of the holiday Christmassy stuff. Super duper excited. But yeah, be sure to stay tuned for those vlogs. Those will be up after our trip. I'm gonna like milk that content because we're gonna be doing so much like Christmassy stuff, shopping, book shopping, all that fun stuff. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for those vlogs. Those are coming after this video. I probably have like a couple videos going up after this video that I published, this book haul, and then all the New York content will be coming. But be sure to follow me over on Instagram and TikTok to see the NYC content in real time. But yeah, if you're watching this book haul, you guys get the sneak peek and all that sort of thing before all the New York vlogs go live. So excited, but I literally just picked this book up just for the aspect that is going to be a very merry, magical New York Christmas. So excited to read that one for sure. So the next one I have is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I've never heard of this author, but apparently she also writes holiday books. Best-selling author of The Holiday Swap. So if I like this one, I'll definitely pick up her other book or books or see what other stuff she writes. But this story follows Sadie and Max, who are selected to be contestants on a reality singing show in Nashville, and it sort of like kickstarts their singing careers. I think that's so cute. I've never read anything set in Nashville or with like singers or like a reality TV show in the plot line or anything like that, but they are paired up for duet week on this show. I'm pretty sure, what is it called? Star Maker. Okay. And fans like and watchers of the show go like crazy for their on-screen, on-stage chemistry. So then the producers from the TV network who produced the show say that they have to be paired up permanently on stage and in real life. So they kind of have like a PR relationship for the show, and they have to like keep their relationship going on screen and off screen for the duration of the show. But the catch, there's always a catch, is they actually can't stand each other. Like Sadie and Max hate each other, so it's like a fake dating, I guess, enemies to lovers kind of situation, which I am so down for. I've had a couple of my friends post this on their Goodreads and on Instagram saying that it was kind of slow for them, but I've definitely never read anything like this before. So this one only has a 3.31 out of 5 on Goodreads, so definitely the lowest of all the books that I've shown so far, but I'm still gonna read it obviously. So excited to read that one. So this is One Last Gift by Emily Stone. I read one of her books last year and it absolutely wrecked me in half. Like the twist at the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but what was it called? On my bookshelf somewhere, but I'll link that one down below for you guys as well. But this story follows Cassie and Tom. I'm pretty sure they're siblings. Like this isn't like a romance or anything, but they both have the shared experience of losing their parents at a very young age. So yeah, I think that they're siblings. But flash forward 20 years in the book and she sort of drifted away from Tom. Cassie has drifted away from Tom, as well as Sam and their other group of friends. She sort of just lost touch and a connection with them. She then gets a letter from Tom. Apparently for the last 20 years he's like written her letters and like sent her on a scavenger hunt ever since their parents have passed. Tom's clues in this letter set her on like this journey from London to like the Welsh mountains to the French countryside, and she sort of reconnects and rekindles relationships with a bunch of her old friends. Not sure how this will end, but like I said, Emily Stone's last book literally ripped me to pieces, cried, wasn't expecting it, and it was just so heartbreaking and threw me for a loop. So if this one's anything like that one, I'm sure it'll be like so well written, but I really did enjoy that last book that I read by her. Always in December, that's what that one was called. But super good book, and I'm super excited to read this one by her. I really liked her writing last year, so excited to read this one that has an entirely different premise. Okay, last book. I can't believe we're on the last one already, but super excited to read all of these now that I'm like talking about them again, and I'm so excited to just kick off my December TBR with some holiday Christmassy reads. But this last one I have seen everywhere, literally in every bookstore, all over TikTok. This is A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. So I think it's like a co-author situation. But first of all, this cover is just everything. It's so pink, it's so cute. Top keeps falling, I'm so sorry. So this book follows B. Hobbs, who is a very successful plus size adult film actress, if you know what I mean, if you're picking up what I'm throwing down when I say adult film actress. But her favorite producer actually cast her in like a family-friendly Christmas movie, which is like the complete opposite, like a complete 180 of what she is used to doing, what she's known for doing, what her reputation is. And she realizes when she gets to set that her co-star is actually her childhood crush named Nolan Shaw, and he is an ex-boy band member whose career has derailed, and like this movie is like his chance to rebuild his career and rebuild his reputation. And off screen, things between B and Nolan start to like heat up. He's a big fan of her and her work, and obviously she is obsessed with him and has a crush on him. But their off-screen sort of romance and fling starts to be affected by like external factors from like both of their other career ventures. So pretty excited to read this one, not gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be a pretty steamy romance and steamy holiday read in comparison to all the other ones, which seem pretty like cheesy and innocent for the most part. But super excited to read this one. This one has a 3.65 out of 5 on Goodreads, so excited to read this one. And yeah, that is all the books that I have for you guys today in my very merry, cozy holiday 2022 book haul. Let me know if any of these are on your December TBR this year, or what other holiday books I should pick up. I feel like this is a good decent amount to read in December, and I'll probably sprinkle in some other books as well, some other romance or some thrillers or something in here to have like a palate cleanser in between all of these Christmas reads. But I also find it funny that I make fun of my parents for watching Hallmark Christmas movies, but yet like all of these give off that same vibe. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to like this video, comment down below any holiday reads that you guys are going to pick up and add to your TBR list this year, and be sure to subscribe and follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. Be prepared for the very festive, very exciting New York content that is coming your way. But I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.